Dragons. An Introduction to the Modern Infestation by Pamela Wharton Blanpied. Excerpt from Part 2, Anatomical and Behavioral Characteristics. The Mime. Dragons are reputed to be shape changers by the traditions from previous infestations. This ability is difficult to substantiate or assess, since if it were characteristic in fact, the dragon would appear to the investigator in the altered shape. The investigator would not know that he was observing a disguise unless he had watched the dragon change, and there are no responsible reports of this process. Until there is hard evidence that they can indeed alter their forms, it is reasonable to attribute this particular tradition to the awe dragons inspire in their neighbors. Although they do not seem to be able to assume the appearance of an object that is not in the immediate vicinity, it is certainly true that they can assume the color, texture, and general appearance of their surroundings in what is called the mime. This sophisticated elaboration of the chameleon's disguise allows dragons to take recreation by camouflaging themselves near human settlements, observing the daily routine unwittingly performed in their presence. Infrared transmissions recorded from weather and observation satellites reveal dragons clearly in areas where no sightings have been reported. The fourth census, using this technology, proved that dragons are more nearly ubiquitous than is commonly thought. It is likely that people who cannot remember having seen a dragon have themselves been seen by dragons. As he assumes the mime, the dragon appears to melt away before the unblinking eye. The collar and the projections down the spine disappear first. Gradually, the entire beast seems to disappear, replaced by the background scene. Dragons can reproduce natural or man-made objects, or combinations of either, with ease. Observers on opposite sides of a miming dragon will see each other as if through the beast. There are clues, however. The sharp, suspicious eye can detect the characteristic outline imposed upon the natural scene. The mime looks more distinct or more real than the original, like a perfectly focused projection of an old Kodachrome slide. Unusual heat is another clue, or an unexpected warm breeze or radiance, which cannot be attributed to a logical source. Often there is a trace of dragon stench, that unique odor of scorching iron, phosphorus, and charcoal. The eyes remain unchanged, and a transposition will occur if the dragon moves, as it takes a minute or two for the illusion to form. The mime is often given away by heat in winter. The dragons who watched the Colorado ski resort in Crested Butte assumed the mime on the slopes. Skiers in the lifts were treated to a view of two dragon-shaped puddles of melting snow and ice spilling over, forming small streams freezing down the mountainside. The mime is retained through low-level exertions. It makes undetected foraging easy as the prey disappears into the illusion. In mime, they can converse percussively without betraying their presence, and can crawl slowly over ground, shifting the disguise as they go. The mime makes them virtually invisible in the water, for they can swim almost without effort, so the mime can be maintained at moderate speeds over long distances. Only the eyes show, floating through the sea unblinking. Infrared scanners are necessary for finding any dragon in water deep enough to cover him. On land, if they must move quickly, or if they become angry or excited, or even very happy, the mime is destroyed. Dragons use their mimic abilities to augment stealth. They do not automatically assume the appearance of their surroundings as chameleons do. If it is useful for them to disappear, they do so. But if they do not care if they are seen, or if they disdain their stalkers, they do not bother to assume the mime, but proceed as it pleases them, in defiance of their hunters.